Hey everybody, Scott here for the Helix channel. It's Monday. I hope everyone had a great weekend. I don't remember the weekend. I didn't even drink. I don't even drink. Didn't smoke any pot. Didn't take any acid. I just don't remember what the fuck I did. Anyway, um, today, in lieu of a In the Mix Monday song and all that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I record my stuff, because I've had some requests of people asking me how I do my drums, how I record the guitars, the Helix into it, blah, 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 with the bass, the whole 9 yards. So I'm just going to go over the process. It's kind of fun. Shall we? Alrighty, here is my computer. And we've got GarageBand open. This is an In the Mix Monday I did from a few weeks ago. And let me turn that shit up. Now, I'm going to focus on the drums for this, but I'm going to also mute, or not mute, but solo out the drums and the bass, so you can hear what's going on from the start of this one. Okay, so the way that GarageBand Drums work is you pick a drummer. Now, there's a list of drummers, and you go over here to the, this side, and you pick a drummer. And in this case, I picked Rosie for an R&B thing. Then you pick one of the pre-programmed beats. Then you can make adjustments to it. See this field right here? I wish this bullshit thing would go away, but it won't. It thinks it's being helpful, but it's not. Go away, drum editor. Fuck off. I can't make it stop. Oh, anyway. So in this field, there's soft, hard, simple, and complex. You put this little dot anywhere you want, and it changes the way the beat sounds. So on this particular one, it's hammered to the top of loudness, but right in between simple and complex. So, and then you go over here. God damn it, that fucking whatever that bullshit thing is annoying. Go away. And you choose what you want. I can change the beat here. Let me mute the bass. Play the drum beat. I can change it into from a hi-hat to a tom beat. Or the ride. Change the activity of the ride. With these numbers right here. Go back to there where we were. And the amount of fills can make him feel crazy. Of course, we hit the mellow part of the song. Let's go back to the beginning and crank the fills up. Listen to what happens. Not doing a lot of fills. I usually set it to minimal fills, but certain parts of the songs require it. So, you can change by here. Doing this where you split the track. You actually give them an opportunity to play a fill in front of that, and they usually do. So I did a quick tom roll, and depending on how you set this particular one right here, this tom roll can be a little bit more, there we go, changing the amount of fills will change that. Then we can just go back to where we were. I like it the way it was. But, you know, you can do whatever you want. You can add some swing to the beat, which would be weird after the fact. You've really got to sort of play along with that. But a really great feature is you can make the drums follow the bass. So let's solo out the bass, hit the follow button. Audio 3 is the bass. So now let's go back to the beginning and listen to how it changes. And this particular one, I didn't do that because I wanted the drum beat the way I wanted it. But you can really make the drums lock in on the bass or the guitar if you're so, you know, if that's what you choose. But, you know, locking in the bass is the most important thing, I think, with most songs. And then, you know, from this point on, since we have the drums locked in, we can make some changes. So let's go over to where the beat changes for the breakdown. Okay. Now, this quick little breakdown thing right here. After the bass solo. All you have to do is highlight it. Then we can go in here and we can change everything about it. We can turn it into a tom thing with crazy fills, with lots of fills. So now we'll go back to the where we were, and we can add some percussion. Let's add some of this, just for fun. So we'll go back. And the fills will change depending on where you put this. It'll totally change. Let's get rid of that percussion. That was annoying. God damn, these little fucking bubbles are fucking bullshit. I don't know how to get rid of them. But let's go back and hear this with the toms on very active, and then change the change the drum beat altogether, because you can have all kinds of flavors. And it didn't change the original beat. This is just this particular section because I have it highlighted. So we can go back to the ride, put the kick and the ride both on the most basic, 0 fills, most simple, and then it comes back to where it started. Now, the way that the loud and the soft thing works, would come into play kind of nicely in this spot too. So we can take the little bubble here, the little thing down here, move it down to the midline, and it'll drop the volume. So now let's hear that. See, that's more like it. And you can really do a killer mixing of the drums with minimal effort and programming, because it's not really programming at all. You're not changing, you're not moving beats around, you're just listening to options. And it gives you a bunch of beats, and then you can move this little bubble thing around and find where you like it. You know, and then anytime you split the track, you can actually do a different type or beat on this particular section. I think I might have done that. Yeah, for the ending section, I did a slightly different beat. So let's take that particular section and make it follow the bass. See what that sounds like. See if it's different. I want more fills. Let's turn up the fills and make the hi-hat a little more active, and actually make the beat more complex. So we'll move over the complexity little bubble thingy. Come back over here. You can even do it on the fly. Let's change the fill amounts. Crank it all the way up. So the GarageBand drums are really slick. They all sound good. You can also do some adjustment to one last thing I'll show you. Just solo the drums by themselves. Now let's go to the mixer of the drums. You can bump up the kick, the snare, the toms. You can take any one of these out if you want. You can add some compression. I like to add the room, which is some reverb. So give a listen to it. We'll take it all the way out, and then I'll bring it back. Rolling it up. I really like a lot of room sound in the drums because it just makes them sound really live, and if we go back to the whole recording and play everything, it's pretty sweet. You can add drive to the drums, which is an interesting thing. And really, it can transform the sound. Pretty slick. There you go, everybody. Good times. GarageBand. It's basically Logic Lite. Apple bought Logic, and they made GarageBand into a much better recording platform than it ever was. And I love it. I mean, there's no sense in me spending money on a recording software, program, because I'm only making demos. I don't want to try and sell anything. I just want a record of the things that I've done. There it is. If I ever get the wild hair up my ass to actually do a real record, I'll go to a real studio and build them from the ground up, or rebuild them from the ground up. But, you know, with actual other players, what a concept. So, there's that. To everyone that has pre-ordered the 90s Rock Volume 2, I sent them to my web guy, but my web guy was out with oral surgery today, so he's having some teeth messed with, and he's currently unconscious. So he sent out an email, a mass email with the presets, but then it didn't have an attachment with it. He sent an invoice and not the preset, so he's on it, but he's, you know, it's going to take till a little bit later today. So thank you everyone for your patience. It's been a trying time, and Miles is my web guy, and he's doing a great job. He's just, you know, he's having a shitty day. So have a heart. I'll be back tomorrow with a tutorial. Lay a request on me if you have it for this week's tutorials. I'm going to do one on Tuesday and Thursday, and then name that riff on Wednesday and a preset Friday on Friday. I'm going to do a preset package starting next Monday. Good stuff. So I'll see you tomorrow, and until then, rock on.